this was already going to be what it was because the legendary Terry Funk passed away earlier this week. But I don't know how else to start the show. I mean, rest in peace, Bray Wyatt. Rest in peace, Wyndham Rotunda. 36.
That's crazy.
36. There's still no word yet. They've been saying.
Did y'all see the SRS tweet?
What did he say?
No.
So SRS said he was given permission to say it was some sort of heart condition that was exacerbated by COVID.
I'm seeing that tweet now. Yeah. Damn. Yeah. I was getting prediction reveal.
Chat was here early, man.
No, I mean, it's the new. It's only been a couple hours since the news hit. I feel like it was like right around 6:30 Eastern time. But that was a thing, right? That had been the conversation about Bray for a minute. Was he's out, but people were talking. I feel like people were recently talking about he may be coming back soon.
I thought we saw that too.
I saw people fantasy booking that he was gonna do run-ins and stuff, but
for
my
SummerSlam
timeline don't look like
wow. Steve just found out it looked like.
Yeah, no, it's going on. It was literally a Triple H tweet. I feel like that's how everybody saw it. You know, Steve, I feel you. It was just kind of it's been like that. Honestly, it's been rough. It's been a lot of passing that's been happening in the mainstream, but also like, you know, just out in the ether. It's you don't even really get a time to regroup. Can't regroup. It's kind of just got to keep moving. But
yeah,
damn,
it is rough when it happens on these Thursdays, man. I mean, come in here and it's like, yo, what do you say?
Well, I guess, Brother Math, I feel like out of everybody on the pod, I feel like Math was the biggest Bray Wyatt fan. I think what's rough about it is I think you could tell with Bray Wyatt that he really had, like, he knew wrestling. Like, I imagine he was home. All he would talk about was just like all the other ones do, but the way he was approaching things. I mean, everybody can do the Fiend. Love, hate it, whatever. The Bray Wyatt, the Fiend, the Firefly Funhouse. It takes a certain type of person to be able to pull off those types of gimmicks, and not just to do it every week, but to do it the way
they want to do it.
Everybody this shit was selling out.
His mind was different. It was completely different when it came to these types of. I don't want to call it horror. I want to call it something else, but I just can't.
Like the darker.
Yeah, characters. Like he knew how to execute that character in such a way that even if you weren't a fan of that type of thing, you stayed locked in.
Right.
And he always wanted to do it his way.
Yeah.
And to see him, like, just as I don't think I've ever seen an interview. I'm sure there's tons out there. I've seen an interview with him not in character at some degree. Whether it be, was that Harris? What was that one in NXT?
Husky Harris.
Even as Bray Wyatt, those vignettes that he used to do back in the day, it's almost like he's in a storybook,
right?
And you're reading a storybook. I think that's the proper way to.
No, I get it.
Say my thoughts.
Me and Cuz was in the house. Me and Cuz was in the house for the night that he came out as Bray Wyatt.
Word?
Yeah.
Shit
was dope.
Do I remember what that was like?
They chanted Husky Harris at him.
Yeah.
This was on the episode of Raw.
I believe so.
Yeah, overall.
Mm.
Yeah, it was dope. It was dope as shit.
That shit. I was thinking about it earlier.
Yeah, he had the niggas with him. Rest in peace. Shit was dope. It was just dope.
That shit was dope. One of the few house shows that I was at where I saw Roman Reigns, it was a Shield versus Wyatt family 6-man, and that shit blew. That shit was better than the Cena Orton cage match. Just in terms of the crowd was so hyped for both of them.
Sure.
When you really think of the Wyatt family, Wyatt family had a moment. I don't know where they would rank on the factions list, but they had a moment.
Yes. Legit scary. Legit will beat your ass. Like believable.
Yeah.
That's why
Luke Harper was a beast. He was evil, like mean. That's the word I want to use. Mean. As a black snake, as some of the grandmas would say.
I fuck with shit like when it comes to movies and shit, they got all kind of shit going on, like plots keep me interested in shit. And I also fuck with like music that's laid out the same way,
like cinematic,
like things that are laid out when you like, oh shit, he really put this shit together.
Right.
Blah, blah, blah. I was just listening to a guy from Philly that rhymes, and his name is Bugsy, and he has a story that he like lays out this whole
narrative
story, and it's like you can see it. You know what I'm saying? So I get really interested in that kind of shit. That people that can create those kind of things.
Yeah.
Right.
So when I saw, I saw this nigga that was wearing a Hawaiian shirt and he was dancing with his opponent. Like he was dancing with this motherfucker, and I was like, "Yo, this nigga is crazy." And then he got on the microphone, and I was like, "Oh, he's like a killer."
Yeah.
I was interested in it to see. All right, let me see what he do next week. And then he got this big. Before
I'm saying, but that there's so many photos that aren't good of Bray Wyatt out there. I was going through the Firefly Funhouse match with Cena. Anyway, keep going.
So he had I can't remember son name that was with him originally. I can't. Anyway, he has this big guy with him. I thought he was just the manager because of the way that he was talking. It was like he was talking so crazy. I'm like, oh shit, I'm interested in this nigga.
Right.
And then he shows up and he got two other cats with him, and they in a rocket shit. I'm like, oh shit, this shit like Texas Chainsaw. I also saw movies. You know what I'm saying? So all the shit that I saw with him in the ring, he was dancing with this nigga. Like that's some deranged shit that you dancing with him and then you kiss him.
Right.
Dancing with the devil in the pale moonlight.
There's something wrong with this nigga, but I like it.
Yeah.
I mean, the stories start to connect. You know what I'm saying? So
Eli Cottonwood.
And when the stories start to connect with the vignettes and shit, I'm into it like I would be a record or an album or a movie or a good movie. So when I sat down and like I enjoyed that shit, you know what I mean? And it's not a lot of wrestlers that do that now. That's like some 80s tribute shit.
No facts.
Right? So we don't get nothing like that. So when I saw it, I'm like, damn, I like this shit. I like this shit a lot.
That was
like the character and all of that. So when I sit down and say he was two niggas, you know what I mean? Like I was into it. So I
love that era. I love that era.
So I just, you know, it just so seeing this when I see the tweet and shit. That shit, when I see Terry Funk pass, we had this conversation months ago. Like, yo, Terry Funk ain't doing that well. You're like, damn, Terry Funk ain't doing that well. That's something. You know what I mean? Because this is somebody that I saw when I was a kid.
An actual legend.
Yeah.
But then today,
he almost 80.
Pardon me.
Right.
Right, 79 he passed. Yeah.
So when I see the tweet today, and I'm like, damn, he was
Young.
he was
36.
he was like, I know Terry Funk from when I was a kid. Then when I see Bray, I'm like, damn, this motherfucker was a kid.
Yeah.
This is me speaking.
Well, because
Yo, I read.
this who we saw when we grew up.
Oh wow.
Yep.
Right. Well,
This who passed. I
I'm
mean,
grown when I see Bray Wyatt.
They like the same age, like right there.
Probably.
Which you sit down and you like, damn. It hurt when you see somebody pass.
Mm-hmm.
To me, it hurt more when it's a younger motherfucker.
Yes.
Facts.
So today, when I seen that shit, I said, "Wow." My response in the what's his name was my response when I saw it.
Nah, facts. Yeah.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Step back and think about that shit. Now, come on here all the time. My bad. I don't mean to ramble.
Nah.
Come on here all the time and say, yo, get with your family and tell them that you love them, motherfucker.
That's right.
Get with the people that you love. Well, shit, that is your family.
That's right.
Facts.
Because this shit ain't. You're
Not promised.
That's it. This shit it's tough, man. Shout out to cousin Jermaine.
Downtown Tony Brown, right with that. Terry Funk. I've been in the zone looking at his 52-year career.
Wow. That's crazy.
52 years.
Wow.
52. I mean, it was like, yeah, he started in like the mid to late 60s, and you figure he was doing Japan early.
Mm-hmm.
Actually, the odd thing about Terry Funk is, like, he's one of those cats that like John Witherspoon, where like depending on what era you got into wrestling, you may have a totally different opinion on what Terry Funk is. It's like, because there's some people that see him and they're like, that's one of the throwback NWA world like he was fighting Harley Race,
right?
Before Ric Flair and them was getting the titles. This was the guy that was representing the NWA. But then I remember growing up and it's on the Patreon now. I remember watching ECW back in the mid to late 90s and seeing pure violence with Terry Funk, and that's all he was known for. He went to Japan and was doing all the exploding death matches and all that shit. He's the one that passed the torch to Catch and Jack. I'm sorry, what's up?
The fact that you gotta highlight pure violence.
It was pure violence. I didn't realize till yesterday, because there's that barbed wire match that Terry Funk and Sabu had. Sabu always talks about it because it's the one where he ripped his bicep and he had to tape up his arm to finish the match. There were no more barbed wire matches in ECW after that. Like, if you remember at the end, Terry Funk had the barbed wire wrapped up all around his body. He almost got choked.
Yeah.
Oof.
But the final spot was him all wrapped up, and then Sabu was all wrapped up with barbed wire, and he went and did like a second leg drop on him. Like, they went ham, and he was like 52 years old, I think, during that match, something like that. But that's what I'm saying. Like, 20, 30 years before, you would have known him as being the guy who was in the movies.
Mm-hmm.
Or the guy who was on WWF programming yelling with his brothers.
What was he in? He was in Roadhouse, right?
He was in Roadhouse.
Yeah.
He was in Over the Top.
Yes, he was.
They said he was actually he was cool with Stallone. They worked on a couple of projects together.
Well, Terry Funk has been wrestling so long, or was wrestling so long. It was Terry Funk's I never saw.
Facts.
When Terry Funk was built, never knew. I never knew. So when I'm watching this shit yesterday, I'm watching the Road Warriors against Terry Funk and what was that? His brother,
Dory. Yeah, Dory Jr.
I'm watching this shit. And I'm like, yo, Terry Funk was huge.
Facts.
And I'm thinking to myself, like, yo, I must have missed 20 years of him wrestling looking like that.
It was a lot of his stuff would have been old NWA stuff, or it would have been in Japan.
That's crazy.
He didn't hit WWF till 84 2004. So
Oh my God.
he wrestled Hulk Hogan for a little bit, but yeah, he wasn't like he had a career before he got to WWF.
Yeah, word.
Wow.
Damn.
Somber. It's a somber day.
Yes.
It's a very somber day. But god damn, I didn't know Terry Funk wrestled longer than we've been alive.
No,
Yep.
facts. I think he called it quits in 2017. But he retired like every 5 years since like 81 or something like that. That was his big thing. Was I'm gonna retire.
I'm gonna retire.
He was Hove with it. He would come back and
And
drop the Kingdom Come.
that album.
Yo,
Bob-
rest in peace, Dennis Stamp. Y'all remember the guy from the Beyond the Mat document? I'm not involved, man. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
So it was. Remember, he passed away a couple years ago. It's crazy to think he refed that retirement match, and then
No,
shoot,
that's
Terry Funk outlived him.
Yeah, it's crazy.
That's forever. But yeah, that was his first one. He cut the promo in Japan. He just kept saying, "Japan #1 forever, forever." Yeah, that shit was. I don't know. Terry Funk a damn icon, yo.
Yo, I remember watching Terry Funk come down to the ring, right? When he had the stocking mask over his face.
Chainsaw Charlie.
I said, yo, what nigga gave him a chain?
Right.
I didn't know that was Terry Funk at first.
I didn't know at first either. But when I found, I said, yo, who gave him a chainsaw?
Right.
And told him to go to the ring. Somebody is in trouble.
See, that was too scary for me.
Shit, they had to be scary for them.
Yeah, facts. You had to wrestle them.
You probably watching that joint like this.
Like, oh shit, that's Terry. Who gave that bitch a chainsaw?
That's how I was watching on the Patreon. I'm looking at Sabu stabbing that motherfucker in the head. Like,
Oh,
shit.
Jesus.
But like I said, watching this in like 96, 97 is why I can't even bother with the shit now. Like shouts out to John Moxley, blunt smoking John Moxley. Like I've seen the blood and the glass and all that for so long. Like it's I don't want to say it's old hat, but it's old hat to me when I see it now. Just stop. I forgot about this. They got an image.
Yeah, he did have the one eye. Yo, Terry Funk was a wild motherfucker, man.
Yeah.
Rest in peace, Terry Funk.
Yeah.
This shit look crazy than I thought.
He didn't even cut the stocking up and knot it up. He just put the whole. He left the coochie in the stockings and everything and just put them on.
Facts. There's something on the stocking in this one image. Hold on.
That's fresh off Moolah. Fresh off Moolah. You just do that bitch on.
That's why he kept turning to the side. Yes,
Fresh off Moolah. Yeah, look at that.
Yo, he is tripping, yo.
yeah,
That's crazy.
Wild. Funk tripping.
Where'd that come from?
He out there looking like West Side Gun, yo.
He really does.
Ah!
He really does. Damn. Rest in
West
peace.
Side Funk, yo. He
West
is
Side.
tripping.
West Side
That
Funk.
funk is funny.
Rest
I'm
in
with it.
peace.
No, I'm with it. I don't. Yeah, again, if you ain't talk to if you thinking about talking to your people,
Call your
Talk
people.
one more.
call them,
Call
hit
your
them with a
people,
text
man.
or something, because nothing's promised. And
This ain't it.
Thing, I thought that was my kid.
Mm.
What the fuck she doing this?
Yeah, and you look at that caption. That ain't her.
that ain't her. Moo Moo's definitely not watching.
I definitely don't want no smoke with Moo Moo. Moo Moo look like welcome home.
Yeah, the Brandon, the goddamn Brandon iron.
Yeah, he did have a Brandon eye too.
That's
The only reason why I know what a Brandon iron is.
Because of this shit. Yeah.
I always put, for some reason, I don't know if it's because of the them being in NWA or AWA or wherever they were.
Yeah.
The Funks with the Von Erichs,
Right.
and then the Road Warriors and Dusty Rhodes. That's all I put them all together. I don't even put them with Ric Flair in them.
I don't think you
I don't
can.
even set
They're a
them.
different caliber.
It's different. It really was different, yo. I don't
Yeah,
know because Black John Studd. I know he probably remember large. This shit.
Well, I mean, when you think about it, Ric Flair was in their class, but he would have been like the little dude, right? Like he compared to the like, especially like Fritz and Dory Jr. and them, he would have been he would have been in middle school if they was already like juniors and seniors.
So I don't know. I was about to go on another deep dive, but I don't want to not highlight the people that should be highlighted. You know what I mean?
No,
shout out to Terry Funk.
Shout out to Terry Funk. I looking at stuff like this though is I don't know, man. There was a lot that Bray Wyatt did. When somebody asked me who Bray Wyatt was, and I was trying to gauge their pro wrestling knowledge, so I started with, do you remember IRS? That's his son. And they're like, oh shit. But like when you really think of Bray Wyatt, like the last 10 years roughly, he's had like he had a very large hand in
he was an entity of himself.
Yes, but I think he also put his stamp on modern pro wrestling. I think there's a, especially with the way you engage with a crowd, like
definitely a wing for him.
How about that? When I was, matter of fact, I wonder what'll happen in Philly. But I was gonna say, because when I was at Extreme Rules, walking into the Wells Fargo, his name was out of everybody's mouth because they were bubbling with the rabbit story and all that right before Uncle Howdy and whatnot. But that ended with that sequence with people like the door and everything. And when I tell you, everybody had their phones out trying to figure out where the hell Bray Wyatt was. Like it was like a fervor, hysteria. Like I don't know what was the best, but they were fiending.
Yep.
Shouts to Big Mike. They were fiending for Bray Wyatt, and I don't think you can take away any of his major accomplishments at all. I mean, he left his mark. He left his mark.
Yeah,
he got a win. He definitely has a win.
Facts. Damn. Well, I guess watch you some Bray Wyatt this weekend. I don't know what the. I'm probably gonna. I've been on a cinematic match kick, so I'm probably end up gonna have to watch the John Cena Firefly Funhouse from the Pandemic Mania. Was that 36?
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna have to run that back this weekend. It may show up on the Patreon. Who knows? Did anybody else have any other thoughts on either Terry Funk or Bray Wyatt? Rest in peace.
Just thoughts and prayers to his wife and kids, bro.
Yeah, man. Oh my gosh.
JoJo.
I can't even.
It's rough. Again, 36. And the thing with them is, it's like salute the Wyndham Rotunda family, and because the way their family is built, they're very close.
Yeah,
they're a very close knit family. So I imagine they're all together and feeling it right now. So condolences to them. Condolences to the Funk family as well. I believe Dory Jr. is still alive.
Yeah, the funny part when we saw when I first see the Triple H tweet, I read it backwards.
Right.
In my mind, I thought Wyndham told us that. You know what I'm saying?
I had to reread it.
I hate to say I wish it was that way.
It was unexpected, and again with the recent right around SummerSlam, people were talking about rumors Bray Wyatt's looking to make a comeback. Although I'd heard that, I mean, they were talking about this. He'd been sick for a minute.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't know what was going on, but it when they mentioned SummerSlam, I didn't know if that was going to pan out for people. I hate that it was worse than any of us would have expected, but it's again.
And thoughts and prayers to Eric Rowan.
Yeah.
He lost two of his best friends.
Braun Strowman, yeah.
Yeah,
They got to be feeling it. They got to be feeling it. I mean, again, I was thinking about this image because I mean they were that unit for a minute. Barry Windham, I believe Barry Windham did have recent. There was a GoFundMe for Barry Windham, if I'm not mistaken. He had medical complications not too long ago. He's still kicking. Damn,
Barry can't be that old either, though. Barry and Mike Rotunda, they not Terry Funk's age.
No, he was born in 60. Barry Windham is 63.
Everybody good? I heard them goddamn sirens.
Wasn't me.